Fresh coffee. God, I'm nervous about this. Let's take a quick second to think about tactics. The front line. Okay, so what are my priorities in this fight? First things first, no one needs to die. If we have to sacrifice someone, maybe Cunibert, we can sacrifice him. He's marked for replacement anybody. We are going in with a bunch of guys, so these two are marked for replacement, so they're expendable. Everybody else has stat distributions and star distributions exactly where we want them, so losing any of them will be a tragedy. What we have going for us is decent armor here, and most of the front line has holdout. And the reason I think that's so good for us is because one of the big threats we have when fighting groups of raiders like this is that the marksmen have crossbows, and all too often, thank God no necromancer. What happens all too often is first turn, before you guys even get to move, and we get height advantage. Thank you. There's a tier 2 crossbow. And even the tier 1 crossbows hurt. And oh, look at these swords. Oh, damn it. The swine. That is some shitty gear. Oh yes, move into a spot where you're not going to have height advantage. Yes, you fools! Sir Only, what up? Yes, heal home. I do, and I'm sure everyone will have their own logic, and here's why. So, I think one thing we can agree on is that unless you're building a dedicated tank, you can't justify taking both. So Steel Brow is great. Hits to the head, no longer cause critical damage. Lowers risk of sending debilitating injuries to the head significantly, which is great. But bear in mind, it's a conditional perk, so it only triggers if a specific event happens. Not only if you hit, if it's a headshot. Okay, so hold out. It also prevents you from taking an injury to the head. You still take the injury, but it's not in combat. It's in combat that's the most important thing. The reason I'm taking holdout over it is because it's giving you, I think, 2 or 3 abilities. So any freshly suffered injury doesn't take effect until after combat ends. So no injuries at all, body or head, during the entirety of your combat. No morale trick triggered for this character when nearby allies panic and flee. So you don't get that cascading effect of panicking. It's so good. I mean, of course it sucks if your bros start getting injuries after combat, but at least it's after combat. Where do I put you, Elder? I think I want to give you the height advantage just to keep this guy stun locked. Doesn't stun though. Feck. Okay, no one has clear shots at that guy though. So we'll focus this one down. Even so fed. Oh! Olaf from downtown! Right. Mauvais garçon. So, how are we going to set this up? So, Raptor Blade with the flail, you're going to go there. Because I think these nerds are going to come into these spaces here. Which puts Lodorak there, which puts Yoriksha. Put Alva in here and Yoriksha there, and we'll see what this dude does. Now, Lodorak, you are our lowest level guy. And arguably the most likely to get hit, but I can't turn down a 72% chance to hit someone. Even if it is, quote-unquote, only a sword hit. Okay, change of plan. I need your rickshaw there. And these guys are going to get swapped out anyway, but fine. It's worth getting whatever damage I can onto them now. Oh no, I fucked that up. Raptor Blade. Okay, so here's the thing. It's actually now it's not worth putting him here because... Shit, I got that wrong. Damn it. Oh well, just go here and hope that you'll get into contact with someone who's not wearing a helmet. Oh, damn it! Please miss, please miss, please miss! Oh, he moved, thank God. Okay, throwing weapons, fine. Ow. Okay, that guy with the crossbow is absolutely our target. He is... Ow. That's fucking scary. Alvarin's in a real bit of danger here. Too adult to have time for games. That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Sorry to hear that. Oh! Oh! Christoph! Ow! Ow, ow. Yoriksha is in a lot of trouble. Well, we can all get super judgmental about that, but I think if you have a family or a significant other who doesn't have a sense of humor about gaming, or any, you know, understanding of it, then I kind of get how at some point you might have to make a calculation. Am I going to do what I want to do? You know, or am I going to, possibly at the expense of my family? Or am I just going to take that on, you know, just swallow that? Acknowledge the fact that, you know, I have to make that choice. Oh, good hit. Okay. Do I net or do I stab? You've got berserk, so I think you stab. Ark. Yoriksha, you just need to try to stay alive. Which is unlikely. You're going to get attacked twice by this guy. Twice by him and once by him, so 5 attacks in the next turn. Yoriksha's probably dead. Oh, Cunibert, that's big. We needed that. Oh, come on. Yes, that's clutch. This armor is not going to last against that hammer, but... Fuck, I needed that. Oh. Pray that I can get Yoriksha out of this alive. It doesn't seem likely though. Good God! Yep. Yeah, we're taking multiple fatalities here. Yep. God damn it. Nice, confident. Hang on, how did he... Oh no, it was this guy who used that double line attack and killed him. I thought for a second, like, how did this guy get an attack off if he was stunned? Hopefully he's just struck down. Oh, this motherfucker. Oh, Cunibert, that is so clutch. Oh, almost. Okay, 7 left. There's still some pretty scary weapons on the field for the enemy though. Okay, shoot the dog, fine. Attack the dog, fine. Can you move there and still get an axe attack off? Maybe. So it's actually worth waiting here for you guys. Or I could knock him back. Let's just see if we can get Leofric to move twice. Oh, not smash a good lad. If we had warbows, this would have gone so much better for us. Because we would have done so much more damage with our ranged guys. I mean, I always knew we were going to win this fight. I don't think that was up for debate, but it was just a question of how many casualties we were going to suffer. Elverin's in real trouble. Yeah, he takes 2 more hits from that Warhammer and he's dead. So we need to clear up these guys and get this guy surrounded. The rickshaw is actually too low. Can I potentially get a net onto that guy this turn? Yes! Mauvais Gousson. Slay him. That's the leader there, the guy carrying that Warhammer. Doggo dead, not surprising. Ow. This guy needs to miss his shot. Oh god. Oh, he doesn't have enough fatigue for Berserk. Beck can get a net out though and net this guy on the next turn. Just charge them and just maximum damage output now, boys. Okay, the fact that I can net him here is huge. Oh, well shot, Olaf. Well done. Okay, just keeping him not doing damage this turn. I might as well shoot at him with my bows because he hasn't got armor that I'm trying to get. I mean, his helmet would be a bonus, but all I'm really after is that Warhammer and the helmet. Elverin, I just need you to stay alive, honestly. Just keep your shield up there. And I want to get Leofric into contact with him as soon as I can. I could have sworn that was enough to get the dog over there. Lad Nut Smasher. Yeah, off you go, mate. Off you go. Don't. I was going to say, don't kill my guy. Son of a beach. Come on, that's not the time to start missing shots. Softening him up. He's running, that's actually fine. Do you know what? Let's get after him. Is our dog still alive? I think no, doggy's dead. We got one other dog though. I really want that helmet. Oh, come on. Yeah, you survived, Lederak. Well done. We only lost one guy. Which, while it still sucks, it's not that bad for me. Oh, you bastard. He's gonna run away, isn't he? Oh, look, we're gonna get... You know what? Fine. Whatever. It's over. No, fuck that. He's carrying like 3,000 gold worth of just weapon alone. Just be super careful, boys. Who's this? Varg? Get him, Varg. He should be fairly easy to kill once we get around him. He's gonna one-shot this dog, isn't he? Bastard. Oh, so close. Oh, you mother... I'm gonna have to go John Wick on your ass now. This dude's a fucking pincushion. I've hit him with like, how many arrows now? 5 or 6? Leofric's got you now. Now you fucking boned. Problem is none of the lads have enough armor or hit points. Everyone is so tagged up. Oh, he's a shield expert. I should say, obviously. Nice. Cut arm muscle. That's going to lower his accuracy. Okay, so the one death really, really super sucks, but it could have been so much worse. Cheeky little stab. Let's see if we get the Warhammer. And it was a Hammer Raider. Ah, God. Rip Elder. Rip. And we got... Nice, we got the Warhammer. The arming sword is nice, that's nice. Okay, and we got a Warbrand. So overall, I think that was worth it. And it's a decent indication of where the squad is overall in terms of power. We're not quite where we want to be in terms of power, but yeah, we can hang. I mean, that was a 3-skull fight, and we did alright. Raptor Blade. You need to be replaced. So we're still looking for 2 frontline guys. That's 0% on the armor. 8% on the lamellar harness. Damn it. We need so many tools. Okay, who's got the fatigue to wear these nasal helmets? You do. You do. Nope. Oh, definitely. Save. Yeah, the 1 extra fatigue I think is worth it. Which weapons against direwolves? Swords. Always swords. The main reason is you start with a sword out because 9 out of 10 times the direwolves will run straight into contact with your guys. And then on the first turn you shield wall and you riposte. If I know I'm fighting direwolves, I'll start with a sword out, but each guy will have a spear in his backpack because sometimes, depending on the terrain or how it starts, you might have time to quickly take out the spear and get a spear wall down, but 9 out of 10 times you won't have enough time to get the spear out. Nachtseers, you start with a spear out, so you can start with a spear wall, and then I go to a sword, because the sword does more damage. Once they get past the spear wall, switch to a sword, chop them up. Zombies, I like to fight with swords against them. They tend to not have that much good armor, and you just want the reliable damage that you get from swords. So hang on, who all has quick hands? You do, Lurfric. Even though you're an axe master, I don't have an axe weapon for you. This sword specialist, Mauvais Garçon, you're a good candidate to get quick hands on the next level and use that other weapon. I mean, it's just Alvarin here who's got sword mastery and quick hands. What sort of damage are we talking here on this Warbrand? 50 to 75, 35 to 55. Okay, so notwithstanding the fact that Lofric is an axe master, the fact that he's got quick hands means I'm happy to start him with that Warbrand. He's got decent fatigue as well. As soon as we get him a 2-handed axe, we'll have him use the 2-handed axe, and hopefully by that time Mauvais will have hit level 6 and he'll have quick hands. Looking, who's got the lowest attack value? 56 looks like the lowest. That makes him the best candidate to use that fighting axe. Overall, I'm pleased with how that went. That could have gone so much worse. And we're going to get a big payday out of it. Hey, welcome, Doc Insane. 1700 gold. Crown's well deserved. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Tall Leaf, welcome. Rambert, welcome. Let's take a look at you. Oh yes. I could make you a sword raider, but I think I already have 3 non-replacement sword raiders. There's 1, 2, 3. I don't need a sword raider. I could maybe justify making him a Warhammer user, but he doesn't have stars in melee defense. Tall Leaf has nice stars in melee defense, but he doesn't have stars in melee skills, so I'm gonna say no to both of them. You all don't meet my standards. That's below cost, so we'll buy all of that. God, this map is so bad for tools. Okay, how many swords do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 2 more of those. Recruit expensive guys, yes, but that tends to be in the very late game. And you need so much money to be able to do that, because what tends to happen is you'll drop like 6 grand on a hedge knight, and he'll have decent starting stats, but he won't have stars in melee skill, and then eventually he's not going to be good enough. This is exactly what we need. Pay us more. 25 heads, 80 per head. I accept. There's no time to waste. I need to go to a spot where I can get my hands on some tools that are reasonably... Well, I need to go to Skull World anyway. Anyway, we might get reasonably priced tools there. Yeah, I need a temple to heal the lads up. $212, that's cost price. What is it with the prices? You guys are killing me. Bear in mind, we still need to try to get our hands on... Fuck me. Another archer who's not marked for replacement. So Ragnar the Rock, welcome. And as much as I want to hire Hilmar, I can't drop all my money on him right now. God damn it, it's so tough to get frontline guys with stars in the right places. We lost both our dogs, so we got to buy at least one. When the guy who runs the kennels asks you, oh, you seem to come here for a dog like every few weeks. Oh. I really love dogs. I take them to a farm where they live out their lives happily. They totally don't get slaughtered. Because, that wouldn't be something we do to dogs. I have a hard time thinking that if I were in this lifestyle, I would be able to bring myself to use dogs to fight. But then, if it's your life on the line, geez, I don't know. Aristander, good evening. Welcome. 29 viewers, my most concurrent viewers. Hooray for me. Thank you all. Welcome. Orc Marauders, 13 of them. Lots of Orc Young. Yeah, Doc, and I hate to say it, but you're right, man. If it's my life on the line, as much I love dogs. God, I love dogs. But if it's your life on the line, so with these orcs, I think I'm just going to go straight spears, just because I need to maintain the spear wall as long as I can. Give the archers as much time as they can to whittle through them. Don't see myself requiring a throwing net. Good lord. So spear, quick hands to a warbrand, spear wall, and then just keep stabbing. You're gonna break shields. You are going to stab the person who has his shield broken. Maintain a spear wall. This sucks. Lodorak is really hurting. I kind of feel like I should put Picassus there. I mean, one hit from an orc weapon and he's dead, so. Hang on, I got 2 Lodoraks here. Okay, Lodorak, I need you to choose. Do you want to be the Sword Raider or the Sergeant? Yeah, we are dying for tools. I don't know if I'll take this fight or not. It's high risk, but it's 13 heads. The one I think will survive. That would be the backup Sergeant banner. So then who's next on the list? They're getting a potentially unlucky bump up the list. The Crazy Finn. I think Picassus needs to be front line for this one. Thanks for the follow, Doc Insane. Welcome to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. It's only a model. What are the armor numbers up front? Just to make sure everyone has fully repaired armor. We can do this, my man. We can do this. We can do this. You're in. Next, Jestifer, then Fredo, then Kenny Powers, then Rogel Dawn, then Alex Nestorov, Jeb Bush, Zumbazlaya, and Horst. I wonder if I shouldn't take some flails. They can be good against the orcs. A lot of them have shields. At least one, maybe 2. See accuracy, yeah, go on. That freaking sucks. Alvarin only has basic mail. Oh, Stander, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Camelot. Jeez. Okay. Does anyone have the fatigue to be able to justify using that heater shield? 76, 78. You can probably do it, Raptor Blade. I'm just putting it off now. I'm scared of doing this. It's night time. So we're going to give them the runaround until dawn at least. Maybe pull them towards the village, see if we can get some militia to help us fight them. Nope. Right. Good luck. Brave men of the Golden Company. Oh, I'm seeing a fair amount of armor on these boys. I'm just going to trust in my lads and the hope that we can break their morale before they wreck us. Pierced shoulder, excellent. They're going to wait for a whole turn, aren't they? That's fine by me. Get an extra round of archery shots off. Yes, Picassus. Good stabbing. Toothpicks, fine. Hold. Fire! Great shooting, Christoph. Yes, Malve. French badass. Is the direwolf armor worth hiring a tailor for? So the short answer for me is no. No, it's not. It's only 100 armor. It's nice and light. I would only hire a tailor specifically for the armor if I can do it within the first like week. Because, I mean, it's really only in the early game that armor is going to be worth having. I mean, as soon as you get stuff like armor like this armor is superior to the wolf armor. This is legit getting scary. Stunned, stunned. Yes! 2 down, 11 to go. Fuck me, it's a lot of orcs. That's also a good point. Yeah, most of the time that I have the tailor build that armor, by the time you get it, you've got way better armor. But if you're going to give that armor to anyone, you'll give it to an archer on the back line that you're going to give nimble and dodge to, because it weighs so little. It has the added bonus that if that archer gets closed into melee range, he lowers the resolve of whoever's attacking him. I mean, fine, I would still have the fancy feet skill, I forget what it's called, footwork, which would allow me to get that archer out of trouble in that situation anyway. But, you know, it's good for that as well. But really, it's just good because of the reasonable armor it gives. 100 armor. I think it's like 8 fatigue or 6 fatigue. Footwork is what I'm thinking of. I give footwork to all my archers. Our archers are starting to come online now. Yes, boys. Hold the line. At some point I need to get Alvarin in there and a quick hands sword swing. And it'll be next turn. You can attack in a line. The southern part of the formation is taking a lot of hits now. I was thinking about breaking the shield there or not. I chose not to because I've got at least one beaten up guy who's in contact with that orc. If I increase his damage by breaking his shield and he hits both shots onto Picasus is dead. Hold. Ow! Be brave, man. Hold. 56% chance, but then again that is 67 and a cut arm muscle. Picasus. Okay, can we kill this nerd before he gets shots off? Don't know. Okay, good. We made him confident, so that's plus 10% to his melee defense. Olaf with the clutch kill. Okay, now we can start moving forward and engaging them. Fine, don't mind that. I mind that though. That sucks. Mother, get involved here. Alvarin. Kill. Right. One orc stew coming right up. Oh, they'll frick you, badass. Don't you worry, there are plenty of heads to go around. We need to release the dog there. Crazy Finn, well struck. Remember, in these fights, flat out ignore the enemies that are fleeing. Well, I mean flat out ignore. As long as you have someone who's in contact with them. Great shot, Christoph. I think my archers are ready to be commended. They did a fine they had a fine showing in this mission. Ouchie. Additional action point per move. That hurts. Okay, now they're all fleeing except for this nerd. Who's got that other dog? I know we have one more dog. Oh, yeah, he's still off though. Crazy Finn. Release the hound. You're always miles away, good lord. Get him, boys. That's probably going to turn out to not be worth it now. That dog's going to die. Shit. A fine performance, man. I'm very, very happy and proud of that. Like, the spear wall was pretty damn important, but that's only half the puzzle. The other half is that the archers actually need to do work. You know what? It's over. I don't want to lose the dog. Sprayed ankle really hurts. And we've got to be careful to make sure we don't take any fights where we have to run away while he is still injured. God, we need tools so badly. We're going to need to buy like 60 other bloody things as well. Okay, your fatigue's actually going to be much better once that deep abdominal cut has been treated. Yeah, marauding greenskins, no wonder the prices are so bad. $287, nice. Decent price. I might actually sell this Warhammer. I almost never use one-handed Warhammers. I don't think they're worth it. I mean, you need the one-handed. You need a Warhammer, anyone really, when you're fighting Orc warriors. But by the time I'm ready to fight Orc warriors, I've got two-handed Warhammers. I mean, right now I can do so much more with that money. Shouldn't have sold that mace though. Fuck, that was a mistake. But I do believe we can get another mace in hand from a fight against the raider. It's so expensive as well. Ooh, Randolph, welcome. Gerhard, Grave Diggers, not great. Okay, so 2 stars in defense. Determined, to my mind, is as good as 2 stars. No, Doc and saying, come hang out tomorrow night. We'll be playing some Paragon Sunday. I don't know. I mean, determined is basically plus 10% on everything. So without stars, he's likely to get up to about 70 odd. Plus the 10% puts him at about 80 odd, which I think is enough. Okay, so here's our next hammer raider. Who's next? Jestifer. Righto, so Picausis, Sergeant, Sword Raider. You need to be up front, Crazy Finn. Someone up front here is marked for replacement there. It's Cunibert. Although, under these circumstances, I think the play is to get the level 1 guy on the back line, where he is quote-unquote safe. God, there's no armor. Also, so I remember I've got a banner bro, then I've got a sergeant and a backup sergeant. Did he die? Oh no, there he is. Okay, yeah, it's Ladorak the... Okay, so banner bro, sergeant, backup sergeant, and sergeant. Yeah, so Picasso is my A-team first string sergeant. New the Knight is the first string banner bro. And then Loderak is there to replace either one of them when either one of them dies. If one of them dies. Who am I kidding? It's when. Okay, the boys are hurting, but we've got a little bit of coin here. And I'm hoping we can get to a place where we can get some tools in hand that aren't going to completely ruin our finances. One of the downsides of choosing to work for this house is that I think this territory between all these cities doesn't have a town that has a workshop in it, which would mean that tools would be very cheap. We got lucky here with some cheap tools, and that is comparatively cheap ammunition as well, so I'll take that. And cheap food. So we're down to low money, but we're sitting on like 700 gold there worth of furs. I don't need all of these helmets, that's for sure. I think we're still looking for one more frontline lad. Let's just get this straight. So we got our 2 axe raiders. And then we need a hammer raider on each flank, which just goes there. Did I lose all my hammer raiders? No, I didn't. I've got Justifer. And then sword, sword, and sword. Okay, good. So I've got a front line, not marked for replacement. Bam. Okay, so this is our A team. These lads. Loderak is there to help someone. Kunibert is gonna be replaced as soon as I can afford to fire him and pay the compensation. But for now, I think we hang on to him. Tools, my kingdom for some tools. It's always the issue. Okay, so that's a nice 42-minute episode. Some tough fights, and I'm starting to feel like we might be turning the corner in terms of how the whole campaign overall is going. We've taken a few fights which are borderline as much as we can do right now in terms of difficulty. But I kind of feel like we have to do that because I have had previous campaigns where in a similar situation we've been too conservative and only taken 1 skull missions, which then don't pay enough and you just don't earn enough and you're not making progress. Okay, so we'll leave it here, and when we come back we've got 6 more days to get our hands on 13 more heads. What I need is a city that has a workshop, which means reasonably priced tools. Elsliv, nothing. There you go. Lenzenfesta, I think, is our best bet. That means we can stop it at Elsliv as well. Okay, stop. Enough now. Thanks for watching. When we come back, we'll complete this mission.